139th consecutive playing of the Penn Charter Germantown Academy football game, scheduled for 1:30.
I'm not using this camera until the football game.
Right, I'm talking about full football.
You're fine, yeah. So this is all I'm doing.
Okay. And then, can I plug into your strip there if we go here?
Yeah, sure. I can. Yeah, we can.
That way they can have an outlet too.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Here, so.
Or I mean, you can go here. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Hello and welcome to Penn Charter High School at McGuire Field for the 139th annual PCGA Day. Started back in 1887, continuing this Saturday. Hello and welcome to the broadcast, the first of many today from Penn Charter High School. Luke Mealy with you all, taking you through today's action. We begin on the girls' soccer field with Penn Charter and Germantown Academy. The ball is kicked off, and we're underway with 40 minutes set to tick off on our first half clock. Once again, thank you so much for joining us for the longest rivalry in American high school sports actively in history. A day that started back in 1887 that was primarily just football for a long time, but as the years went on, more and more sports gathered to make it a full day into what it is today in the 139th edition. Once again, we start out with girls soccer action. The Penn Charter Quakers finishing third in the Interact this season, led by a very strong team. There's Parker Mayer with the first shot of the day for the Quakers, but sends it wide against a Germantown Academy squad led by 15th-year head coach Chris Nelson. On the Penn Charter side, it's Ashley Mayer in her fourth season at the helm. Fifth if you include her interim beginning to her head coaching start in 2021. On a day that should feature a lot of competitiveness and a lot of fun for these two programs. Boys and girls cross country got started earlier on today. We've got soccer now. Water polo will go on at 10. Field hockey 10:15. Boys soccer at the conclusion of this one. Girls tennis at 10:45. Boys water polo at 11:30. And then football at 1:30 p.m. to wrap it all up here from Penn Charter High School. One of the most exciting days of the year. So much build-up in these two programs, these two schools, and it all leads to today. That one's tapped through, a whistle, and Germantown Academy will have a good chance early. This is not the first matchup between these teams this season. They played back on October 7th at Germantown Academy. That was a thriller. Penn Charter went on to win it 3-2. It's the Patriots with the first best chance here of the day. On the set piece. That one on a low liner. A diving stop is made by Grace Straw. The freshman keeper has gotten a ton of time this season, and there's your first example as to why. What a play. Straw was initially supposed to split some time with Mia DiBenedetto in net, but after Mia suffered an injury, was out for the rest of the season, that's when Grace Straw took a stranglehold of this position. That's the first time we saw it pay off today. So that one will trickle out of bounds off the foot of Carly Lewinsky, so Germantown Academy will keep on moving. Germantown Academy group that is 13-7-2 overall. Felt like it was a positive season, improved on last season's win total, did not lose a league game. So for Chris Nelson, he felt like this is a program that is moving in the right direction off of these last couple of seasons. You see a lot of contact there between Alexis Reagan, who now comes up with the ball, sending it through. Was looking for a teammate. It got deflected towards the corner. It will head out, and it will lead to our first corner of the morning. Expect to see a lot of physicality between these two teams. The last time they played, there were 4 yellow cards. Penn Charter head coach Ashley Mayer said it was crazy. It was the most physical game we've had all season. Now they've got a chance to get going early. The ball set in. It hits off a Germantown Academy head. Pops all the way back out. Flipped out to the 35-yard line on the football field. And here comes GA. They're a counterattack team. The back line of the Quakers all over it. And that's going to be one of the big things to watch in this one. Quakers coach Ashley Mayer says we want to push the ball. We take some extra chances by pushing some extra bodies forward because we believe in our back line so much. Well, the opposite goes for Germantown Academy. They'll sit back and defend, and then when you press up a bit too much, they want to get out and counterattack. So these two differing strategies. One will play out here today. Mayer turning with it for the Quakers into the middle. Gets tripped up and draws the whistle. Parker Mayer, the niece of head coach Ashley Mayer, draws the foul and now sets up a great chance for the Quakers. Alexis Reagan will take the set piece from just a few yards outside the top of the box. Reagan rips it low and sends it wide. So a goal kick coming up for Germantown Academy. Ava Hudson will send this one away for the Patriots. It's knocked down, and here come the Patriots the other way. Moving with speed on that far side, trying to cross it into the middle. That's knocked away. It will stay with GA. Kaylin Trent putting a lot of pressure on that Quakers back line. As you can see, the crowd starting to fill in behind these benches. The seniors were honored on both sides before today's action. 8 seniors on the Germantown Academy side, 5 on the Quakers side. Here comes Trent again on that far side. Contending with Kaylin O'Brien. Trent on the move. Got in front. Knocked it loose. Still can't clear it out. It pops out to the top of the 18. Headed back in. Looking for a deflection. And finally it's cleared out. Allie Bradby and others for the Quakers getting all the way back to shut it down. An exciting opening 7.5 minutes. A great opportunity now for the Patriots on the road. This is the reality every year between these two programs, but both coaches say, you know, you could lose every game of the season, but if you win this game today in this matchup with all this meaning, then the season's a success, and that's how both of these coaches are operating right now. GA head coach Chris Nelson said it's a great stage for girls soccer as well, playing on the bigger field, out on the football field, a bigger crowd than these two teams may get in their typical matchup. So very excited for all of his ladies to have their moment today as another Patriot goes down. No whistle. Here come the Quakers. Nora Smallback will send it all the way down with the left foot. Grace Dorman giving chase. Arden Silver, though, tracking back for the Patriots to knock it out. CC Allbeck to Reagan. Reagan for Dorman. Trying to work a triangle there on the near side. But credit to the Patriots knocking it free, but can't clear it past midfield. Piper Loney got it out of trouble, but it heads out. Piper Loney all in on the excitement today with the face paint before this one's action. As that one will corkscrew out of play, it will go to GA. And Hannah Weiss will take the throw. Mayer with a strong turn, trying to push it down the field for PC, but that pass just a bit out of the reach. It is recovered by the Quakers. That ball sent all the way through. Where another freshman goalie, Liv Smith, is there on the case to handle this one for Germantown Academy. Both goalies in this game stand out freshmen. Chris Nelson for GA says that Liv Smith, she's really a basketball recruit, but she is a terrific soccer player, one of the best athletes he has seen in his program in years. Very excited about her future and especially just the work she put up in this freshman season. And we got into it a bit with Straw on the other side for the Quakers. Expected to split some time this season. She ended up taking over as the #1 goalie after an injury. And she has, in the words of Ashley Mayer, just killed it back there in what could have been an intimidating situation for a freshman to step into the full-time role, but she has done it and thrived in it. Myrie Jean Brain headed that one ahead for the Patriots. It heads out of bounds and will stay with GA. Last season, this is one of the games that went Penn Charter's way. Penn Charter won 7 of the 10 events last season to pick up another victory in the overall total. It was 7 wins for Penn Charter last season. Girls soccer was one of them. Picking up a win for their respective side. One of the 10 sports in action today. And another collision. Everybody goes down, but it will stay with the Patriots. Jocelyn Germain on the move. But she is quickly tracked down. Germain battling with fellow #2 Nora Smallback, and Smallback won that battle. Weiss again to throw. Smallback got her body on it. It's flipped out to Reagan, who gets shoved down from behind. That one thrown in, nearly snuck through. And now here comes Reagan the other way, taking advantage of the loose ball, sending it through, but could not connect. Reagan so dangerous. She's the leading scorer for this Quakers team with 16 goals, but also a phenomenal passer, leads the group with 10 assists as well. The goal for Ashley Mayer and the Quakers is try and get it to Reagan in some space. Reagan trying to track that one down, but again, it's knocked free by a strong back line of Germantown Academy. That was Jordan Wright stepping up to the ball. Reagan had one of the 3 goals for Penn Charter the last time these teams met up, and GA coach Chris Nelson said, you know, we had so much attention on #1, that being Reagan, and he said there was one time we lost track of her, and that one time we lost her, she was able to get free and score. So today we have to defend her pretty similarly, except just don't allow that one extra time. He felt like they gave her the proper attention 99% of the way in that one. That one's flipped up the sideline. Grace Dorman kept on pushing for the Quakers, but finally a whistle comes in and signals it went out, and we'll head the other way. As we pass the midway point of this first half between Penn Charter and Germantown Academy, one of 3 games that will take place on this field today. Boys soccer will get going at the conclusion of this one, and then football will match up for the 139th consecutive year, the oldest continuous high school football rivalry in the United States. Mayer loads up and lets it fly from way out, but Liv Smith able to snag it and doesn't give up the rebound as well. That was a big piece that Coach Nelson was thrilled with his freshman goalie. He said she just chews everything up. Nothing gets loose when she gets her hands on it. There was a prime example, a key member of that back line and extension of it into the net. Allbeck with some speed, tried to cross it into the middle. She wants a corner. She thought it hit off of a Patriot and went out. The officials deemed that it went straight out. So a goal kick coming up for GA. All the action in soccer taking place on McGuire Field today. And both coaches talked a bit about the field, both in competitiveness and also just in the excitement for the girls on the field. Chris Nelson felt like it was really special for them and his group to get a chance to play on this field in front of a bigger crowd than they would typically get. Was excited for them to have their moment that they deserve. And then on the other side for Penn Charter, similar sentiment from Ashley Mayer for the Quakers. She also said with all the physicality that came within that first matchup between these teams, she felt like playing on the bigger field today would spread some things out and limit some of the extracurriculars that led to those 4 yellow cards. You have seen plenty of physicality in this game. But less clumps of players here with so much room to operate on both sides. That one skied ahead. Smith comes out to get it. Grace Dorman was tracking that ball as it entered the 18. But give Smith credit tracking it down. Quakers keeping the pressure on. That one flipped up in the air, headed out by Hudson. And now it'll be nudged out by Smith on the sideline. Quakers keep it going quickly into Smallback. Again, they'll move quick. Reagan and Mayer on the give and go. The Patriots were able to track it down for a moment. Ball still loose. Smallback will play it, and the Quakers possess. Mayer will let it go again from way outside, and Smith lays out and hangs on for GA. That's where some of the best quality shots so far today have come from for the Quakers, from really out near the 20, 25-yard line of the football field, which really means it's 35 yards out on the shot. Mayer's got the foot to let it fly, but Smith has done a nice job handling them relatively easily. That one skipped off the top of a head, and the shot from Dorman will trickle wide. It was a tough bounce to handle. It came straight to her, but almost at an in-between hop that she had to just get something on quickly. And sends it a tad wide as we're under 15 minutes to play in this first half. No goals yet from either side. As it looks like everyone has really settled in out there so far. That one pushed up. Now moving it along. Quakers on the run again. They send it through looking for Reagan. Just out of her reach. But give a lot of credit to Maggie Luviano, who was with Reagan step for step. Coach Nelson described Luviano as a four-year starter who is not your typical center back. She's small, but she's a terror. And we've seen it so far. Has done a good job tracking Alexis Reagan. And now here come the Patriots pushing the ball the other way. They'll earn a throw deep in Quaker territory. Weiss throws it. It hits off a body. It heads out. And that will lead to the first corner of the day for the Patriots. We saw one early in the first half for the Quakers. Now the Patriots will get their chance with Hannah Weiss, the sophomore, back to take this one. Weiss rips it. It's a good ball into the middle, spinning towards the back post. That one chipped up in the air and handled by Straw. Reagan rips it ahead, but again, just out of everybody's reach. And Smith brings a hush to a crowd that is just waiting to explode here on the sidelines. Great representation on both sides as Mayer sneaks through the middle, tracked from behind, gives it up to Reagan. Another one sent from way outside by Dorman. For the Quakers, you'd love to get maybe about 10 yards closer before some of these shots. They're good looks for talented players, but it's just a long way to go. With someone as athletic and talented in goal as Liv Smith, she's been able to handle most of them with ease so far. That one sent ahead for Reagan. It might have been on its way out. Luviano didn't want to take any chances. So she'll just chip it out of bounds. Into the middle, the Patriots trying to win this ball. It looked for a couple of moments like Smith would get it, and finally she is able to send it to the side where Penelope Heckler making life tough on Kaylin Trent over there, but Trent able to turn it back before it's ripped in. This is the approach that both of these teams have. GA, they'll sit back and let you possess and try and go on the counter. PC will push ahead, maybe take some extra chances with some extra bodies in front with all the confidence that Coach Mayer has in her back line. Boy, a lot of contact on that far side. Some of the fans here on the side want a card. They're not going to get it. That one from way out got into the box. It was jarred free again by Hudson. The freshman Ava Hudson has been very busy this morning for the Patriots in the middle of that back line with Maggie Luviano. But the two of them have done a tremendous job so far limiting Quaker opportunities when the Quakers have had it in good spaces with some really talented players getting some looks. Again, a couple more shoulder bumps. It's Mayer emerging from the pack. Lewinsky from way outside had it blocked. This one sent all the way down. Will trickle out of play. And a goal kick coming up for GA. Now it's the Patriots with some speed. Trent making a move to the outside. That one ripped in front, but offsides is called. Boy, one of the best chances today for the Patriots. Kaylin Trent on the outside has made some great moves so far today. She sent it in front, just couldn't connect with anybody on sides. Any other fellow Patriots? That one pushed ahead off the foot of Smallback. No whistle. The referee says it was clean. Piper Loney got knocked down in the box. They're going to let them play. Boy, a lot of energy coming from that contact in the box. No whistle. There was a penalty kick goal the last time these teams played. It went in the Quakers' favor. CeCe Allback put that one in for the Quakers in the eventual 3-2 win. No such thing in this instance so far for the Patriots. Some more bodies go down. Again, this one will go in favor of the Patriots as they went to go the other way. Now they'll come back and set it still. That one pushed in the middle. Jean Brain over for Trent. And again, offsides on Trent. It was over on that far side. Hasn't quite agreed with either of the offside calls against GA. But it will be PC who will now take it the other way. It's a Penn Charter defense that has seen a lot of zeros on the scoreboards this season. 5 clean sheets for the Quakers. 3 of those 5 clean sheets on their schedule have come right here at home. They've been a good team on their home field. A lot of contact. Small back battling with Loney. It heads out and will be a throw-in for GA. Loney and Smallback have been matched up all day long. Smallback is the one who marks every opponent's best forward. And wow, that ball gets through. It hits off a body. And it will lead to a corner now for the Patriots with 4.5 to play in the first half. I'm Luke Mealy with you all, taking you through today's action in both soccer games and the football game later on today. Wise sends it high in the air and it rings off the goalposts of the football uprights. So that one is out of bounds and will become a goal kick now for Penn Charter.
Yeah, we did earlier. Are we good now? I switched to my hotspot just to avoid it.
Over on the sideline, it will stay
It's going to be down for a couple minutes.
with the Quakers.
But yeah, I did drop off the network early.
Both teams were hoping to get that early goal to settle in and take a lot of the pressure off, but I think it's safe to say these teams are now settled in
Yeah, well, I was freaking out.
and playing at their best. They've both manufactured some really good chances as we get more physical on that far side, and we've got our first card of the day.
All right, well, if you're good, then I'm good.
Yeah, all good. All good.
Not changing in the middle of something that's working.
Yep, nope, it's working, so we're good.
The card comes in on Stella McDonald, a junior midfielder. There were 4 of them the last time these teams matched up. There's number 1. Kaylin O'Brien will take the free kick for Penn Charter. O'Brien keeps it low, bounces in front again. A body goes down. No whistle, so no penalty kick coming for the Quakers. We've had both sides with a player go down. As that one skied into the air, but out of play into the netting behind the goal. So GA survives a good opportunity for the Patriots. Hallbeck navigating the middle, sends to the outside. Again, that pass misses. The Quakers have missed on just a few passes with their forwards so far. Have had some great opportunities, but it's been that final feed that has been out of the reach of players like Reagan and Dorman. Here's GA with 1 minute to go in this first half, trying to put one final push together. Weiss sends it into the box, trying to chip it through. Mares there for the Quakers. Now Reagan will turn, send it down the field. The ball skipping right along this wet turf. That'll flip the field. It was out of the reach of Lila Marciniak, but she earns the throw. Now she'll send it in, but not many bodies there for the Quakers. They had to move in a hurry. And now Smith will control as the final seconds of this first half tick on down. A competitive first half with no goals on the board between Penn Charter and Germantown Academy in the 139th annual PCGA Day. We have no score at the break. Keep it here. We'll be back later on with second half action between the Quakers and the Patriots. Back at Penn Charter High School as the second half is set to begin between the Quakers and the Patriots. Both sides so excited for today's action. They came back out on the field with about 2 minutes left on that halftime clock. They are ready to go. They may be waiting out the remainder of this time. There's still 35 seconds to go, and now the clock comes to a stop. I think they're going to throw 40 minutes up there and get us going quickly. No score between the Quakers and the Patriots after a competitive first half. Once again, Luke Mealy with you all, taking you through today's action at McGuire Field at Penn Charter High School, the 139th annual PCGA Day. It was a competitive first half, no score here, and we've got some updates. Remember, there are 10 events going on, and whichever side wins more events, they technically win the day. Golf was a tie, 4-4. Tennis is currently in progress. Cross country and girls water polo getting underway as we speak. And then this one tied at 0-0, so there's no side ahead just yet. But still so much action to take place today. Here comes Grace Dorman for the Quakers. Keeps it on the ground into the middle, but just like the first half, Ava Hudson has been so reliable back there for the Patriots, clears it out. Reagan tries to give and go with Mayer. It was knocked free by Jean Brain. And now all of a sudden, here come the Patriots on the move. That one pushed out. Everybody going for the ball. And in the end, it's Grace Straw who emerges from the pack with the loose rock, and we will stay even. Straw wasn't tested too many times in that first half. Makes a good stand there. Here's Reagan the other way. Bounces it in front. Comes back to track it down. Scoops it up with the left foot over the head of Smith. But then Smith will turn around and get it on a couple of hops. That shows the athleticism of Liv Smith. Goes full commitment to trying to get the first ball off the bounce. It bounces over her head. So then she just casually turns around and runs it, tracks it down amidst some traffic. Albeck on the move now for Penn Charter. Albeck taking up a lot of space, tries to rip it through, hit off a body. Albeck keeps it moving forward. It'll just have too much juice as it heads on out. Cece Albeck, it's going to be a big day for her. She's got 37 minutes left in this one, but she is also one of the kickers on the football team. Cece takes every extra point. And she will be the first player to play in both games, both girls soccer and football on the same day at PCGA Day. So an incredible moment for her. She's excited to do both. She was a freshman last year but did not get this opportunity. Now in her sophomore season, she will get to do both today. Coach Mayer for the Quakers says it's pretty inspiring for a lot of the girls and a lot of the girls that will be in attendance today. So a special moment for Albeck. Excited to take you through the action today here for her and all the others competing in what is such a historic and exciting day. Reagan sends it into the middle. Dorman tried to get a look at it. Hudson clears it out for the Patriots. They set up Piper Loney, who will push it ahead, try and chase after the ball she put down there. And she was able to get a foot on the pass, but it ricochets right out of bounds. So a goal kick coming up for PC. That one was sent in front. Gene Brain thought it was a handball. Did not get the benefit of the whistle, so instead, the end of the sequence results in another goal kick for Penn Charter. It's a Germantown Academy team that is already a counterattack team. You won't see them do too much on their own time of possession and trying to work through things that way. And they're also missing one of their key forwards. Maggie Rink, the freshman, who was second on the team in goals coming into this week, got injured earlier in the week, so she's not in action today. They've also got an injury in the midfield with Arden Silver, who was a mainstay there all season, has missed the last couple of weeks due to injury, not in action today. But here are the Patriots trying to push through anyway. Those injuries have led to some shuffling around. We've seen injuries on the other side as well for the Quakers. Lucy Sukoloff is out, Mac Myers out, and a few others as well. So that's led to a lot of adjusting on that side. But then it works both ways. Grace Dorman had missed a lot of time at the beginning of the season for the Quakers, has now stepped into a big role. These teams try to adjust to some different formations and different combinations of players out there, still trying to pick up the win and look for the first goal in this second half as Reagan sends it just too strong down the field. Smith able to handle it once again and shows off the great punt that Coach Chris Nelson brags about. This one landed about the 45-yard line on the opposite end of the field. A strong punt, but here comes Reagan and the Quakers. Hudson got back just in time to knock it free again. That was a big difference the last time these teams met. The Patriots felt like they did a good job on Alexis Reagan, except there was one moment where they lost track of her, and she scored a goal. That was nearly the same moment here today. It is a corner for the Quakers, the first one of this second half. Reagan will take the corner for PC. A liner into the middle, and Smith makes it look easy. Liv Smith continues to gobble up anything in her area. And this one remains scoreless. Nice play to chip that one ahead by Trent. Ball is loose. Patriots just trying to dink and dunk their way down the field before it's finally shut down by the Quakers, who then benefit from a whistle as well. Neither coach really knew what to expect in terms of the emotions of this game. They said we've seen it go either way. Both have been around it for a long time. Coach Mayer for the Quakers, again, only in her fourth year as head coach, but she's had a few sons play in this rivalry, as Smith will handle that one from Reagan. Mayer also with her nephew being Xavier Stern, the starting quarterback for GA, who is injured and won't play today, but it just shows how involved she is within this rivalry. Said there's been years where we've won the league, we've been the best team by far, and then we came out on PCGA Day and lost 5-0. You just never know what the emotions will do. And it was a similar sentiment from Chris Nelson on the Patriots side. Said you can game plan all you want, but 10 minutes in, all that's going to go out the window, and we're going to have to adjust. And it's about finding the mix of riding the emotion of this day, but you also need to have a steady center. Both of these teams, I think, have handled the emotion pretty well so far today. As GA will take another corner chance. 10 minutes into this second half. No score between the Quakers and the Patriots. Hannah Weiss will waltz over to take the corner for GA. It's a low liner in front. Hudson knocked it off the post and in. Germantown Academy strikes first. Ava Hudson came sprinting in to get it. We'll take another look. Knocks it off that far post. It spins in for the freshman. How about that moment for Ava Hudson, who's been so stout defensively in this one? She finally gets the scoring started. And that one's chipped wide as Cece Allbeck tried to get things moving quickly for Penn Charter. Hudson, defensively known for winning just about every ball in the air, great physically. That time was almost just unimpeded on her way, charging towards the goal. And put it in the perfect spot, right off the post. Rolling into the net and putting Germantown Academy ahead 1-0. Finally a side in one sport today, taking the lead. What a moment, your first PCGA day, or if you're from GA, your first GA PC day. And it's Hudson breaking the tie. Patriots looking for more. That one's in front, spinning away, and it's handled by Straw. Credit to the freshman keeper. Not pouting after that last goal. No, she still needed the rest of the way. Comes up and makes a nice stop. Now a lot of speed on that far side from Dorman trying to break free. Got knocked down. Whistle silent. And GA will get it out of trouble. An update in girls water polo. It's Penn Charter ahead 4-1 after the first. And remember, they'll go through all the finals of all the games that take place today to decide which school wins PCGA Day. Golf once again tied. Germantown Academy leading 1-0 here, and then Penn Charter leading 4-1 in girls water polo. Those are your score updates for now on what is still a very busy day to come. That one pushed ahead with the left foot. Trent spinning back for it. Trent with a couple of nice moves to get free. Trent crosses it in front and it's cleared out. A wonderful individual effort from Kaylin Trent, who had a few Quakers surrounding her in that process. Eventually knocked it free. But it was knocked out on the end line, so a corner kick coming up for Germantown Academy. The Patriots trying to extend on a 1-0 lead. A corner from the opposite side led to the Patriots' lone goal. This one sent in more air under it, over the head of Hudson. Again, it was Ava Hudson, the first one vying for it. The last one a bit lower. She was able to knock in with her feet. That time tried it with the head, just a bit over. A lot of contact in this one, and the officials, give credit to the officials. They've been consistent with a lot of the physicality. Most bodies that have gone to the ground have gone unwhistled. We did get one yellow card back in the first half. That was against Stella McDonald for GA. But otherwise, no cards to speak of after 4 of them between these two teams the last time they met up in early October. And what a showing this is on the road for the Patriots. This is a Penn Charter team that is 7-1-1 at home so far this season. Near perfect. Here's Loney. Loney against Smallback. Loney puts it into the middle with the left foot. It's headed out of trouble. Loney the first to get back to it, but sent it right to a Quaker. That was Dorman. More bodies go down. Ball goes out. Bench is unhappy with the official. They're not going to get a change. The action right now in front of the Quaker bench, and got a bit too close. That one went over the sideline. We'll go back to the Patriots. Now the official comes over and some words with the Penn Charter bench as the clock has come to a stop. And now it's back moving as we're back underway here at McGuire Field. And that time, the whistle will be blown. It was cleared out in the moment that it happened. So they'll go track down the ball. The Quakers haven't been able to generate anything too close on Liv Smith, but now moving in a good direction with the Sun. Liv Smith having to hold her one hand up to block the Sun. That one scooped up into the air, looking for a deflection. Smith goes to get it. It was offsides anyway. The officials all over it as GA once again withstands a strong push from the Quakers. But again, the Quakers haven't gotten any shots inside the 18. Most of the shots have been from 30-plus yards away. Got the talent to make it happen, but a tough dose of that being the only looks they've been able to generate. You've got to credit the Patriots defense for that. And now GA trying to make more happen, but an extra effort. Make sure it's cleared away. That was Kaylin O'Brien. Now the officials meeting over on the sideline. Not quite sure what's happening right now. The clock had continued to tick. Now it stops. Not quite sure on the call, but they'll do a drop ball for Grace Dorman, and Penn Charter will keep moving. Wow, and here they come with some momentum. It's Reagan against Hudson. Hudson able to knock it away defensively, but Reagan earns the corner. Reagan will take it for the Quakers, hoping to match the corner magic from the Patriots earlier in this half. Reagan lifts it in. Smith soars up to get it. She went down with some contact. What a play. Coach Nelson said she's a basketball recruit first, and you saw some of the athleticism that time, soaring above everybody to get it. Coach Nelson called her one of the best athletes he has seen in years. And GA holds the 1-0 lead under 20 minutes to play in this second half. Reagan just trying to dribble out of a pack of players with it, had it knocked free. And that one's taken right back. Mayer with plenty of speed. Nobody was going to stop her. Finally, her shot gets blocked. Back to Reagan. Mayer with a smart play to turn back. And wow, O'Brien was being tracked from behind by Loney. Had the awareness to get away. That shot from the outside rings off the crossbar. And a whistle will keep it going this way. The closest the Quakers have come today. And it leaves an imprint on the crossbar in the process. And then a foul afterwards will keep it with GA. What a chance. Reagan trying to sneak through. Again, had it knocked free back to Dorman. Dorman into the corner, tried to cross it, knocked down by Weiss, gets another chance at it, ripped out of bounds. Weiss was fouled from behind before that final kick, so it will come all the way back out for GA. And some more physicality in the middle. This one will go the way of the Patriots. Alexis Reagan disagrees for the Quakers, but it will stay with GA. So now Hudson will take the free kick. Sends it a long way, and it falls right into the breadbasket of Straw. And again, a body goes down. It's the Quakers this time, feeling the fury. Good to see, though, Carly Lewinsky gets right back to her feet. There are some tough players out here. We have seen a lot of contact dished out. Everybody just wants this one so badly. And it's Germantown Academy ahead 1-0. It was a second half goal off a corner kick that Mia Hudson was able to push in. Now it's the Quakers looking for the equalizer, but there are a lot of white jerseys back there to contend with. Parker Mayer gets to her right foot, had it knocked away. Good job by Nola Williams stepping up. Blasted back in by O'Brien, high into the air, off the head of Hudson. Reagan wins the header, sends it down the line. Hudson with a forearm at the end of it and no whistle on the contact. We'll get another goal kick. Hey, if you're Hudson and they've let this physicality go and move along this entire day, you might as well push that line and see how physical you can be. Hudson with the height advantage as well. Has really been the MVP of this one so far with her goal and all the contributions on this side of the ball. Now you'll see some of the time-wasting tactics for GA, as any winning team, they should, and you expect from them. Taking their time, getting to these throw-ins, adding some extra seconds. The officials won't let it get out of hand. But every second counts. Under 15 minutes to go here in regulation between Germantown Academy and Penn Charter. The Patriots lead 1-0 here on the 139th annual PCGA Day. How about Kaylin Trent looking for more, then gets crumbled up in the middle and sends it straight out. That one will head out as well. You can see behind the benches the boys soccer teams getting ready to head out there on both sides. That one will begin shortly after the conclusion of this one. They'll get their time to warm up, and then we'll be going with our second game of 3 on McGuire Field today. The third one ends as a matchup on the football field between the Patriots and the Quakers. But right now it's girls soccer, and we are seeing Germantown Academy put up an impressive effort on the road. That'll draw another corner for the Patriots. That one kept low on a line. It skips away, but is cleared out just enough by Smallback. Wow, it took an awkward hop on Straw, who at least got contact on it to knock it up in the air. And finally, Smallback, the sophomore standout, was able to clear it away. That one's ripped through the middle. Everybody giving chase, and it got right to the 18 before it fell into the arms of Smith. A lot of contact again, no whistle. These teams might prefer it that way. And Smith, the calming force at the end of it all, will punt it away. An exciting battle between these two teams so far this morning. Reagan and Weiss battling. They're going to say Reagan tripped up Weiss. Another update from around PCGA Day. No score between field hockey with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. In girls water polo, Penn Charter is rolling ahead 10-1 at the half. So you can almost mark that one down already as a PC victory. GA hoping to get one here from girls soccer. Wow, and a great chance for Mia Hudson. Maybe one of her first mistakes all day. It just head straight out. It ends up working out. The throw was still beyond midfield. But back come the Quakers. It's Dorman. Dorman gets tackled down. Ball heads out. And it's a corner. The Quakers wanted something way more. They're not going to get it. So it will line up as a corner with under 11 minutes to play. Reagan will take the corner with the wind blowing against her. Sends it in. Smith going for it. Knocked it free. Turning and shooting and sending it wide. But it spins all the way back to Reagan thanks to the wind. Ball still in front. That shot is blocked. Rebound is blocked as well. The Patriots shutting down all avenues. A couple of good looks inside the box never found their way to Smith. And now the wind really blowing hard, basically from right to left on your screen. A strong wind against where the Quakers are trying to attack. Not the best timing for that. That one from way outside by Mayer was deflected and is going to spin its way to Smith. After a couple of headers, this one again gets all the way to the far side. Jean Brain pushing it. It was knocked away from Myrie, but it will stay heading in this direction. It's heading this one back and forth. A pair of players go down. It was Jean Brain for the Patriots colliding with Penelope Heckler. It will go the Quakers' way, but time is ticking. 8.5 to play. Now it's Jocelyn Germain jarring it free and earning another throw for the Patriots. Coach Nelson calls her the Swiss Army knife. Feels like she has played almost every position on the field this season. If there's anyone you want out there trying to close out a game, it's Germain. Jean Brain again breaks through, kicks it out. Can the Quakers get another clean look? That's the big question here as this one continues to tick down. A lot of action heading in and out on this sideline, and if you're the Patriots, you'll take it. Germain pokes it ahead. Trent got shoved down from behind. She goes down hard and gets the whistle. We're pardon me, no whistle. They just say out of bounds, throw in for the Patriots. They are letting them go. Jermaine with a beautiful ball all the way through is poked wide and will be a goal kick. Wow, I am not sure how Jermaine saw that passing lane. It was a beautiful feed. Anna Weber was darting on the backside for the Patriots, who got a foot on it, but sent it wide of the net. Reagan pokes it ahead for herself, giving chase with Hudson. They collide. Whistle against Hudson. Free kick coming up. Lewinsky trying to get going quickly for Penn Charter. Rips it in. There's not many Quakers down there quite yet. And the momentum of that ball will take it all the way to the sideline. It might have gone out on its own. Instead, it will stay a throw for Penn Charter. Turning the corner. Moving in front, Mayer. They turn, they shoot, and it's right into the arms of Smith. Parker Mayer set it all up, but Liv Smith didn't have to move her feet to make that stop. Approaching 5 minutes to go in this second half. Boy, Weiss thought it went out, nearly stopped playing. Well, then she gets right back into the play and takes it away. That one's looped ahead. And it will just calmly be headed out by Heckler for the Quakers. Penn Charter trying to bounce back from a heartbreaking loss in the state playoffs. Last Friday, a 3-2 loss on a goal that came with 30 seconds left. As boy, we are getting some near tackles at this point. And finally, this whistle will go the Quakers' way. But Coach Mayer said even with that playoff loss, for most teams, the season's over. For us, we've got another week to prepare for the biggest game of the season. They're looking for some magic here with under 4 to play. Lewinsky will take it. Loney comes in as an extra body for the Patriots. A 1-goal game. Lewinsky with a liner, and Smith snags it with both hands. It's like she's got glue on the gloves. What a play. Out to her right with a clean catch. That is so impressive from the freshman. Facing a shot with that much velocity. And now it's Loney and the Patriots trying to keep it moving. And Loney will do just that, pushing it along the line. A bunch of contact. But it looks like, again, we'll just get a clean throw. This is the definition of letting them play. Over on the field hockey field. All tied 1-1 with under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Winding down in the final minutes of this one. 1-0 GA leads. That one bouncing in front before it's knocked away. .230 to go in this second half. The clock continues to tick. Germantown Academy, the officials give the windup with the hand saying, you've got to get going, and they do. Boy, some more contact, and this one will warrant the whistle. We've seen it on both ends all day long. 78 minutes into our action. As Mia Hudson will take it for the Patriots. She's got the lone goal today for Germantown Academy. Sends this one to the far end, outside of the 18. Ball knocked down. That shot deflected in front. But Trent all over it before it's taken away. Can the Quakers get anything going in this direction? It's Alexis Reagan who gets tripped up. Went down hard. It's a throw for the Quakers. Ashley Mayer on the Quakers side said the October matchup between these teams was the most physical one she had seen all season. We're seeing why here today. There's far fewer cards in that first matchup, but might be the same amount of contact. Under 1 minute to play between GA and PC. The Patriots trying to come on the road and win. PC won the matchup at GA last season. Everybody going down. And with half a minute to go, the clock comes to a stop. An injured Quaker down on the field. This one was roaring to the finish line. Now we'll come to a stoppage. You hope everybody's okay here with 30 ticks on the clock. It was Parker Mayer who went down. Still trying to help out the injured Quaker down on the field about the 35-yard line. And finally it is Mayer back to her feet. An incredible sight to see her getting up and moving off the field with 30 seconds left in this one. So as she makes her way off, the Quakers will hope to get something going here in these final 30 seconds. It was a second half goal from the freshman Ava Hudson to put GA ahead off of a corner kick. Right now, she's been the MVP of the day. Quakers looking for their own hero. Into the middle, there's Hudson. Ripping it out of play. It bounces into the crowd. They get another ball in quickly, under 20 seconds. That one knocked out. And it's a goal kick. Boy, the Quakers wanted it quickly, thought they might get a quarter. Instead, it's a goal kick as the clock will tick on down and run out. The Germantown Academy Patriots win the matchup in girls soccer 1-0. Here at Penn Charter, a 1-0 victory It's a shutout in net for Liv Smith. The lone goal from Ava Hudson proves to be the difference. We've got our first victory here on PCGA Day. It's the Patriots pulling it out in girls soccer 1-0. That's going to do it for us here from our first of 3 games at McGuire Field. Make sure to stay tuned in because very soon we'll get the boys' side of this matchup right here on the same field. So Luke Neely saying so long, and we'll see you in Game 2.